What's going on, everybody out there, and welcome back to Dark Avenger Live. This is the show where I talk about anything, everything, and then some. And we didn't have a show last week. Last week there were lots of videos, lots of previews videos. And I'm going to mention this now. There may be a BRB at some point during this show. Now I want to click my Twitch because just like I said last time, I do not. There we go. I unfortunately do not have the Twitch chat here, but I have the Twitch chat here. Even though, okay, should be live now. From what I can gather, it is live. So hopefully everybody is doing okay. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's safe. We are in the first full week of lockdown here in New York, and I believe the second or third week of lockdown for other states. But we are going through some crazy, crazy times, everyone. And there's one thing that's been on my mind ever since it was announced. And that, of course, we talked about it on Comic Book Weekly. And after talking about it on Comic Book Weekly, I started to think about it here. I started to think about it more. And then I definitely wanted to address it here. And that's about physical comic books. Diamond Publishing officially will not be shipping any books in the month of April and possibly beyond. Why? Because a lot of states are on lockdown, and I believe they have 3 warehouses, and all 3 warehouses are actually in the lockdown. And what that means is they are not doing, oh man, what is up, my friend? What is up? Black Knight is in the chat. And just like that, I think we're going to get that. Nope, we're not going to get the BRB yet. So, I don't know. Diamond Publishing decided they're not taking any more submissions. And I believe we know that books up until the second week of April were printed. However, Diamond is not shipping them. So if Diamond doesn't ship them, comic shops don't get it. The stores like DCBS, Midtown can't ship it because they don't have it. And we started talking about this a little bit during Comic Book Weekly, and that is, if anything, should this kind of shine a light on whether... Okay, I think... Give me 1 second, everyone. I'm sorry. All right, sorry about that, everyone. Let's get the BRB off. Let's get the camera back up. I am so sorry. We had a feeling this was going to happen. You know, this is live, so things happen, but we're back. And like I was saying, we were talking about DCBS throughout the show. We were talking about how the coronavirus impacted Diamond and how it's impacting comic shops, and how now the month of April, we know there will be no physical books. We were wondering and thinking, are they going to go digital? Is it going to be digital first, and then when shipping starts happening again, they'll start shipping the books? And I stand behind Mike Spider Slayer statement, and I agree with it. If comics were to go digital only, I wouldn't be buying them. I like the physical medium. I got into this hobby because I love my comic books, and I'm not a digital person. I know we've had debates. We've talked about digital, being the way of the future. If it is the way of the future, I agree. Video games, books, comic books, everything has gone digital. There is no way to escape it. I mean, shoot, when there are sales on Xbox, for example, Call of Duty went on sale. I own Call of Duty for PlayStation physically, but I wanted Call of Duty on Xbox. So it was on sale. It was digital. And I said, okay. And I bought it. So I'm not saying digital's evil. It should go away. Absolutely not. Digital is the way of the future, is the way of current living. I just like the option. I will always want the option of physical and digital. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find a place to put this in case chat happens. My Twitch is here. My YouTube is here. I'm sorry, everyone. That's just the way it works. That's the only way I can get Twitch chat. So this isn't about digital. This isn't about physical. And I got to give credit to the independent companies who said they are actually putting a pause on all the books they have set to come out from April on. There will be no digital until physical starts shipping again. So it'll be physical and digital. There will not be a fracture or a separation of the market. They're going to make sure that digital and physical come out at the same time. However, we're still waiting on Marvel and DC. Now, there was an article today on Newsarama where Marvel has this big plan in motion with Diamond, which is going to kind of – I had an idea, and hearing that means that Marvel is teaming with Diamond to figure things out. We still haven't heard much from DC. Now, what I was thinking after the live show and after everything else was – if anything, after what's happening right now, where comic companies, whether it be DC, Marvel, Image, IDW, any independent company, we've done the previews magazine. You all know all the different companies that literally depend on Diamond to ship their books every week, every month, every year. And there are some independent creators who have nothing but nightmare stories about Diamond, who don't like Diamond, but need Diamond. So my thought is, if anything, this should shine a light on maybe it's time for every comic book company, every comic book publisher to start thinking maybe it's good to have another branch in your company, and that branch would be the shipping branch. Think about how cool it would be if Marvel, DC, IDW, boom, had a relationship with every single comic shop out there. Now, there's a lot of comic shops out there. So this is a big job. This would be a big job for any comic company because you have hundreds, if not thousands, of comic shops across the United States alone, not counting the rest of the world. But wouldn't it be better if this situation happened, right? Every company would still be responsible for their own books, for getting their books to the comic shops. I feel like it also builds a relationship between the companies and the comic shops. I'm again, obviously Marvel's already working with Diamond. I found this out today, so it kind of ruined the whole topic I was coming up with for the show. But I think if anything, this situation should shine a light on, is it smart for one company to be relied on to distribute 95%, maybe about a little bit more than 95% of the comics market. Now, people like myself, like Brent, Last Ember Press, and other independent creators who have written comics and deal with the shipping and deal with all the other stuff involved with comics. We aren't in Diamond yet, but we don't rely on Diamond. So right now, if somebody was to order Celestial Falcon, if somebody was to order anything from Last Ember Press, they could, and as long as Brent has it or we have it in stock, we can ship it. If it was Diamond, there'd be no way to get it because Diamond has closed down. So there are certain independent companies, certain independent creators who do have that ability outside of Diamond. And again, I don't know. Is it time to think? Is it time to have a conversation about the comic companies, the comic industry in whole? Is it time for everybody to do it on their own? Is it time for them to distribute their books on their own? Have a relationship with the comic shops out there? I don't know. I'd love to hear everybody's thoughts on it, though. I mean, Diamond has been around. Diamond's been around since before I started, collecting. So for me, it's like it's a norm. And Diamond, I hear for the 35% off and everything you get for pre-ordering so many months in advance, it takes away from independent creators and whatnot. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to think outside of the box. And as a reader, though, am I saying, oh, I can't go a month without reading my comics, this is horrible, yada, yada, let's get those digital things rolling? No, I'm more than patient and willing to be patient for my books to come out. We are in a pandemic crisis right now, not just in America, but in the entire world. By no means I don't want anybody to think I'm one of those people that's like, oh, all the companies should be shipping their own books so I could get my books and not have to deal with this pandemic. Angry comic fan want book. No, I'm just saying that if anything, this should shed a light on if, let's say, Diamond wanted to do anything at all. If they just wanted to close their doors because they wanted to close their doors, where would that leave 95% of the market? Where would that leave who would distribute them? It would be up to the companies anyway. Used to be able to subscribe directly through Marvel and DC, and they would mail them to you. You can still find the mail ads with checklists of titles in old back issues. Yes, as a matter of fact, you're right, Black Knight. Back in the, I think it was 60s, 50s, I have some of those books that you're talking about where you literally, they have a list, and you could subscribe for an entire year of whatever comic was coming out. Now, granted, back in those days, the list was only about like this long. So there weren't millions and millions of titles to choose from. So it was like Superman, Batman, Flash, Wonder Woman, the main titles. I think Justice League was around, Justice Society was around. There were a few other books. And back then it was a lot cheaper too. I think it was like $12.50 or $20-something for an entire year's worth of that book. And then they said to add however many you check off is however many 20s you have to send in. And you mailed it in. You mailed the money or check in. And then the comic companies themselves sent you the books. Somewhere along the way, Diamond Distributing came into the works. And here we are. We rely on previews. We rely on Diamond to order our books. Our comic book shops rely on Diamond to order the books. Basically, we order from the shops, but the shops order it from Diamond. So, for example, I order my books each and every month from DCBS and Midtown. They order their bulk from Diamond Distribute. So, in a way, it's a chain. They get their books from Diamond, and then they ship them out to us. And I'm doing things a little bit differently, starting whenever comics start coming out again. I am ordering books from DCBS that I absolutely 100% want to make sure they don't sell out. However, I am holding off on certain books, for example, like Flash, X-Men of War, and I'm waiting for those to come out and pre-order them through Midtown. And I am working on another series. Like I said, I am working on a haul series, which is fundamentally going to change the way I order my books, I get my books, and I'm excited to get there. However, since the comic book world and comic book communities right now are on pause, the updated haul video is now on pause for myself, at least I would say until this pandemic's over. I mean, maybe, hopefully, at the end of summer, we'll see. I'll see if we'll start that series up. But for right now, we're not getting any books. And we know for 100% fact, April, no books. Will we get something in May? I don't know. Marvel's talking about this big plan that they're working on with Diamond. Will they get Diamond to get back into the studio by May? And maybe we'll get both months. And maybe we'll get both May and April together. I hope that would be good. That would be really cool. But we don't know. We don't know what Marvel's big plan is. And I would love to know what DC's plan still is. We still have not heard anything from, I've heard that comic shops have heard from DC, but we don't know what DC is exactly doing. And I was talking about this to a few people, and I said, I believe for a while Marvel was waiting on DC, and DC was waiting on Marvel. If Marvel decided to go digital, DC would follow suit. And if DC decided to go digital, Marvel would follow suit. If DC decided to wait and do what Dark Horse is doing and say, look, we're not releasing any books whatsoever until physical can come out as well. So we have the physical and digital. We're not going to do digital only for now. That's what the other would do. They basically were waiting to see what each other was doing. And then it came to a point where I believe Marvel just started to talk to Diamond, because Marvel obviously knows that they want to make sure they can get their books out. There are people who read their books exclusively digitally. Us reviewers, if we get review copies, they're all digital. I remember back when the Dark Avenger comic book review started, and I started reaching out to companies to let them know I existed. I wasn't even looking for review copies. I just wanted them to recognize that, hey, I'm reviewing your books. I want you to see what I'm talking about because I'm reviewing XYZ, whatever book it is. And then, you get the review copies, and the review copies are all digital. That was my first experience with digital books. There were a few companies that would send books. For example, Radical Comics were amazing. They sent books. They sent clothing. They sent a couple of hats. They sent everything. It was really nice. It was really fun. It was amazing of them. And we reviewed everything. So my first experience with digital was like, this is weird, because I like holding the physical medium. I like the collectability of it. And I believe somebody said during Comic Book Weekly, the digital versus physical. Digital, everything is right here. My entire collection, right on this this computer. Versus collecting physically, stuff builds up and it crowds and it gets crowded in a certain area. So I understand that. It's true. You do end up, it does end up taking up a lot of space at some point. But for some people, such as myself, such as collectors who love getting the physical medium each and every week, we have spots for it. We've built incoves. We've built tons of we have long boxes and everything else specifically for that. Let me put this to you this way. Batman 89 and Batman 90, right? Batman 90 and 89 sold out in the physical form. You could get them digitally, and you can get them right now. You could buy it right now digitally. However, a digital copy of the book is not worth nearly as much as the physical copy. Now, that's me talking more towards people who like to own things that are worth money, or people who like to sell them. I'm one that never sells my books. Bavarian, what's up? How are you doing? Okay. Sorry about that. How you doing, Bavarian? Welcome in. Sorry, I had to fix something real quick at my door. Dog was trying to scratch under the door. Whenever I shut this door, I swear it's like dogs just let me in. I will always love the physical copies. I've said this once. I will say it a million times more. I buy books. If they're worth money, excellent. Awesome. Amazing. I mean, I'm sure there are a few books behind me right now that are worth, this one alone, The Bag with Brett Breeding and Dan Jurgen's signature on it, worth money. I don't care. I'm not selling it. If my children, after I'm gone, want to sell it, if their children or their children's children want to sell it, go right ahead. Once I'm either in the ground, in a tomb, burned, whatever, who knows what the future where we'll probably end up being forced to cremate or whatever. I don't know. But when I am no longer in this plane of existence, what happens to my collection doesn't matter anymore. I'm gone. But if I'm alive, this collection, everything I own, I'm not looking to sell. So the fact anybody tells me, hey, this is worth $300. I got an offer for my Captain America shield. I did 2 videos on it on this channel. I got an offer. I think I got offered $10,000 because it's a super rare shield. There was only about 500 made. And other than myself, only one other person has ever posted a picture of that exact shield. I'm not selling it. I said, number one, I didn't think it was real. Number two, even if it was real, I wasn't looking to sell it. So I said, no, the shield is not for sale. It is part of my collection. And even though I'm not displaying it, the only shield I'm displaying is my Marvel Legends cap shield, because that shield is kind of heavy. Not going to lie. No, I'm not selling it. So let's see. I read Batman 89 and 90 digitally, but only because I can't get them any other way right now. Understood. Bavarian, you might want to check Midtown, because I checked Midtown yesterday, and while they aren't cover price anymore for honestly obvious reasons, Batman 89 was on sale. Hell Risen 3, the variant, was on sale, and Batman 90 was on sale. Batman 90 was a little bit less than 89. Again, for obvious reasons. 90 didn't have the cameo of Punchline. It did have the first appearance of the designer. But Hell Arisen and Batman 89 both were the same price. And for the exact reason of the first appearance of Punchline, I ended up getting both. I actually got issue 90 in a second printing, but I got issue 90 in a first printing also. It's all only a short-term solution. Of course, exactly. I'm not hyping any other books. No, yeah, I'm not either. Oh, you meant buying. I'm not buying any other books digitally. No. I mean, if I'm going to pay $3.99, I want a book. If you want to sell things digitally, it needs to be cheaper. Even my mother, who reads on her Kindle books are way cheaper than the physical books. Her physical books can go anywhere from $20 to $30 because she reads the big, thicker. She reads books. She reads actual big books. But on the Kindle, it's only $5 or $4 or $10. It's cheaper. And because comic books are not cheaper and they're the exact same price as the physical medium, no, I will not buy them. And even if they were cheaper, I'd still probably end up buying a physical copy of the book because I believe in that. That's awesome that you hold on and don't sell out. No, I respect that. I would never sell. I love my collection. Anything I buy because I love it. However, I'm going to tease something here. So everybody, I know there's only 2 of you here live, but I know there will be people post live that are going to be watching this. And I am working on doing a giveaway. And it is going to be for subscribers. It's going to be for commenters, and it's going to be for viewers. And right now, I'm waiting on some of the prizes to come in. However, we have talked about a few of those prizes already. As I get the winners' prizes in, I will be showcasing them here on Dark Avenger Live and across the channel. When will the giveaway be? However, here's the thing: we have this pandemic going on right now. It's not going to happen at least until this pandemic either starts to go on the downward slope, because we're still going up, until it starts going down, or it's gone. So this giveaway will probably, being projected, it's probably going to be in the summer. Also, I do have to get the prizes, and so far I only have one in hand, which I will show you all tonight. I have another one that a friend got for me that is going to be on the way at some point. I have another one that's in the mail, and then I didn't get the others yet. So I'm waiting to see. And that being said, I actually did order an extra of another comic. These are going to be comics. This giveaway is going to be comic books, except for the one thing that I'm going to show tonight. So the comics I'm giving away are pretty big deals, in my opinion at least. I could be wrong. But I will share with you all the one thing that isn't a comic so far that I will be putting in the giveaway. Midtown, if you ordered Spider-Woman issue 1, you can get a awesome lithograph. This is a Spider-Woman lithograph, and it advertises, of course, Disney Plus because it's the Spider-Woman cartoon. I ended up getting 2 of these. I only need 1. So this lithograph is actually the first prize that is going to be in the giveaway. So that's one thing. If I get more, which I'm probably going to get the next prize this week, then next week I will announce the second prize. And then as more comes in, I'll show it off until we are at the point where, okay, this is the contest. Let's do it. And then we'll do it. So this is the first. This is the first item. I'm keeping it nice. I'm keeping it clean. It's nice and straight, nice and flat. I'm actually going to put it back where it was, so this way I know that it stays nice and safe and flat. So that's the first prize. So we're going to move on now. Hold on. In stores, I get 25% off. I get both physical and digital in case. And Marvel does give away digital copies. So that's the thing also. And you're right. I hate having to spend that extra $1. That's another thing. When Marvel started giving away the digital comic codes in their comics, it gave them the excuse to add that extra $1. But now, if you were to order that comic book digitally only, it would still cost you $3.99. Does that mean that Comixology or the digital stuff is they're going to ship it to you? No. That means you're just getting digital comic. Period. Everything all right? What's the matter? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, don't feel like you need to stretch yourself to do prizes right now. I know you have a baby on the way. Oh, Bavarian, the baby's born. Baby's actually resting as we speak. So no, the baby's here. And you're at the epicenter of the whole virus thing. Exactly. That is true. But yes, no, the baby's actually here. The baby is resting right now. Please deal with that. Okay. So the baby's actually here right now, and I think the baby's about to wake up again. So if the baby wakes up, I will actually have to BRB again. Yep. So be right back. Sorry, everybody. This will be the last time that it's BRB. And yes, that is that's the baby. So baby, oh, and I of course cannot. Boop. There we go. Sorry about that. Congratulations, I missed the baby. Yeah, she's born. I mentioned it on Facebook. I see her on Facebook, Bavarian. If you'd like, you can shoot me a friend request. I will accept, and then you will be in the know-how of everything going on in the family. Speaking of baby, yeah, exactly. She was sleeping. I was trying to talk low, and sometimes I can. Sometimes I can get away with it. Sometimes I do videos where I can get away with it. It's night, so unfortunately I can't bore viewers. I would like to welcome all of you into Dark Avenger Live. I'm going to try to make these more consistent every Friday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm working on some other live streams both on here and on Twitch on my Dark Avenger Gaming channel. I have a couple of games I'm going to be doing. We are all on lockdown right now, right? So while I was talking about Diamond, we are still on lockdown, and I am going to try my hardest to entertain everyone that I can, because right now everybody's sitting at home, everybody's going crazy, and everybody's looking for something. And this is my way of kind of giving back to everyone, to give everybody something to watch, something to enjoy, something to laugh at. Lord knows the way I play video games, it's something to laugh at. And then also talk comic books and whatnot. Just because we don't have new comic books coming in doesn't mean we can't still have a live conversation. Now, this week's books did come out the last week of March, and I got my books already. It's a lot of books. I haven't read nearly enough yet to say that I'm ready to do my review. However, my review hopefully will be coming on Monday. I'm hoping that I can get all my books read this weekend and give you all the review. And then after that, we won't have books for a while. So unlike a lot of people who are changing their shows around until we get our regularly scheduled books back, unfortunately, the Dark Avenger comic book review is reliant on being with the new comic books. It's not really a back issues review. I have a series that I have on this channel already that is involved with story, like back issues. I have a series on this channel that's with trade paperbacks. It's called Comic Book Corner. Comic Book Corner, I talk trades, and I actually have a few trades that I got. I ended up getting Spider-Woman, the Complete Collection Volume 1, whatever happened to Gwen Riley. I got a Nightwing trade. I got the Planet of the Symbiotes trade, and I got another trade. I'm trying to remember what trade it was, though. What trade did I get? Oh, who can see it from here? No, those are it. Those are all I got for now, because then Amazon stopped shipping. I'm going to use this opportunity to buy Kat's books. Going to try Celestial Falcon when I get paid. Oh, thank you, Black Knight. I truly appreciate that. Good time to support indie scene. Thank you so much, Black Knight. I really hope you enjoy it. The deluxe edition will be coming out on the LEP site soon. We just want to make sure to get the books out to our backers. And then once we get the book out to all of our backers from the Kickstarter, the successful Kickstarter, that's when the books will then become available on the shop. And then we will be able to ship them out to everybody who missed out on the Kickstarter. Hopefully, we will have our Celestial Falcon issue 2 Kickstarter this year. However, as I'm sure all of you can understand, with what's going on in the world right now, I don't know if the schedule might change a bit for LEP. It would be understandable, especially because 2020 is basically, if they are foreshadowing anywhere from 2 to 9 months. 9 months from now is December. So yeah, pretty much 2020, if we go all the way to the 9 months, is in the can. So we're probably going to be moving forward into 2021. I cannot give an official word about Celestial issue 2. That's Brand and myself having a discussion on that. I'm going to say that everything is going to continue forward as usual, and if anything does change, we will let you all know, of course. And Brand also has a newsletter on LEP, Around the Campfire. Definitely feel free to sign up. You get an email each and every week from LEP where Brand discusses stuff going on in his life, stuff going on with LEP, and so on. Myself, I have a newsletter that comes out once a month, and that is Shooting Star Presses. And I'm actually going to be working on my April installment soon. I haven't had a chance to, but I do. Mine is once a month for now. Would I love to do more? Absolutely. At some point I will. I just lost my Twitch chat. So if I get anybody on Twitch, I'm going to have to open up my Twitch over here then. But what I'm hoping for with the newsletter is at some point, as the newsletter grows, we will do more. It'll be more often. And then as far as the Facebook group, I am working very hard on that. I haven't done any exclusive live streams on there because things have just been insane. Promise I will get back to doing that as soon as life kind of eases up a little bit. Right now, everything's a little crazy. But yeah, I would love to know what everyone thinks. Bavarian, you weren't here when I started the discussion of should comic book companies start dealing with distributing their comics on their own, or should we stay with Diamond? And Black Knight actually mentioned back in the day, in the comics, you could actually, there was an order form if you wanted to order a whole year's worth of comics from the publishers. Should we have that again? I know Marvel still does it. I believe you can go on Marvel.com and you can order certain books directly from the company. However, the only downside is you have to pay the full year's worth of the series all at once. So if you want Amazing Spider-Man, you have to pay. If there's 2 issues a month, that's 24 issues. You have to pay, and this is cover price. There's no discount. You have to pay the full amount of issues up front in one payment, and then you get it once a month as they come out. I don't know if that's a good direction. I think it should be. I think Marvel has a good starting point, but I don't think it should be yearly. I think that if comic companies should do it on their own, it should be just like the way DCBS does it, just like Midtown does it. They should go month to month, or go a couple of months in advance if you want, especially for the comic shops. Now, again, we as buyers always end up in a shop. So when I'm talking about Diamond, I'm not talking about Diamond when I'm talking about the comic companies, I'm not talking about the comic companies interacting directly with us. I'm talking about them interacting with the comic shops. So, for example, we wouldn't talk to DC, but Midtown would. We wouldn't talk to Marvel, but Midtown would. And Midtown can make orders several months in advance. And just like we we will make our orders just like the way we do previews. If you do it that way, some people don't. Some people go into the comic shop each and every week. They have a pull list. The comic shop owners pull it for them, or they just go in and, hey, surprise me. I'm one of the people that I'm a little bit of both. I like to buy the week before, the week of, and I also like to use previews and make orders for books a couple of months in advance. Number one, Diamond offers 35% off. So if I know I'm getting a book like the Turtles, like Justice League, like Birthright, I'll order them from DCBS and get that 35% off, which feels so good. And it saves money so that I can buy more books closer to when they're released and when they are released. So, Tevia, please, let's not start that. Hello, but please let's not start that, okay? I'm just going to ask you really nicely, let's not start that. The problem is the books arrive in crap condition, too. That, Bavarian, is very true. I do know a few people that ordered, they shipped them in plastic wrap, and that's it. That is not good. That is bad. See, that's another thing. So a quality upgrade would have to happen with the comic companies. And again, this is the only reason why I think we're going to just weather this on. We're going to weather this through. And Diamond is still going to be the only one that distributes all 95% of the comic realm. Why? Because at least they care about their comic. But, you know, I'm going to bite my tongue and say that's not true. Because if you watch Comic Book Palace, which I fell in love with the entire series, watched it all the way through. Thank you, Mike Spider Slayer, for recommending that channel. Loved it. I forgot what episode it was, but the comic shop owner was discussing how Diamond treats their books and how the books are sent to comic shops. And sometimes, see, the only difference between us and comic shops, when a company sends us books, they're ours. You can't send them back and ask for others. Comic shops have a 24-hour grace period where if a box comes damaged, if books comes damaged, comic shops can actually send it back to Diamond, and Diamond will send them the equal amount of whatever. So if, let's say, Superman comes damaged, comic shop owners could send it back to Diamond, and Diamond will then ship them the exact same books, the exact same amount, again, undamaged. Obviously, comic companies, will they care about that? So we don't know. I don't know. Half of me is like, I would like comic companies to deal with their own books and with the shipping to comic shops. But the other half, Bavarian, just kind of validates the other half where it's like, but comic companies, will they care about shipping their books to Midtown? Will they care about shipping them to comic companies? If they don't care about sending it to their loyal readers, why would I trust that the comic companies will send them to the comic book shops in any better condition? So I would say if they are going to do it, they'd have to open up another branch. They'd have to be willing to really look into this. And I don't think they will. I think that if Marvel's already working on a plan with Diamond, obviously Marvel it's not even a conversation about should we open up a distribution branch. It's about getting Diamond to get back into, I don't want to say into publishing because they're not. It's to get Diamond back into the warehouse to distribute the books as soon as possible. And that's what Marvel's trying to do. Maybe DC is too, but we haven't heard anything from DC. But obviously Marvel's trying to get Diamond back in business ASAP. So will Diamond be back in, in May? I hope. Comic Palace. It is Black Knight. I love that channel. I love that channel so much. I every time a new episode, I've made it all the way to the end. So I've watched everything. So whenever something new pops up, I get super excited. But yeah, Tevye, it is a lose-lose situation because Diamond's probably going to continue to be the only distribution company for 95% of the companies out there. And it does hurt independent companies because you've heard independent creators talk about how Diamond treats them as far as, their books getting approved, the ginormous price gouge, because again, you order from previews, you get 35% off. So that 35% off goes to the comic creators as well. You're literally paying $1.99 for a $5.99 book sometimes. Well, that's DCBS's, but like you're losing 45% of sales on each of your books. However, in selling through Diamond, you do gross more sales because a lot of people, such as myself, such as everybody here, who orders their comics, orders through Diamond or through companies that order through Diamond. So you have a greater chance of comic shops ordering your book and putting them on their shelves. So again, it's a profit, but the price gouge in each book that you take, because Diamond is so discounted for the readers, yeah, it hurts the independent creators sometimes. I'm sure anywhere on the internet you'll see somebody saying something about that. And no, Tevia, Diamond can't. And if you let me, how would this work? Because if Diamond dies off and gets replaced with another distributor, wouldn't that be basically another Diamond? If that distributor doesn't want to work, wouldn't that basically just be Diamond all over again, but not Diamond? Doesn't work that way, Tevia. It doesn't work that way. So Marvel gives up part of the profit to Diamond so that they don't have to deal directly with the stores and customers. I don't know, Bavarian. I don't know. I know independents, when you reach out to them, again, it's an independently run company. I don't know I'm not sure what kind of deal Marvel and DC have with Diamond. I mean, maybe somebody on the inside has said something. I just scoured the web and I noticed somebody saying how in this situation, the way Diamond treats them, I don't know this person personally either. So this could be just somebody looking to throw dirt onto the company. I'm only relaying stuff that I've read online. And again, I don't know if it's 100% true, 100% false. I do not work with Diamond. Last Ember Press is not a part of Diamond yet. Celestial Falcon is not distributed through Diamond. So I don't know. I have not had an experience with the people at Diamond yet. Would I like to at some point? Absolutely. I think everybody here would be excited if they saw Celestial Falcon in Diamond. I would get excited to see Celestial Falcon in a Diamond's preview magazine. So I don't know. I don't know anyone personally that works at Diamond. I don't know anything at all, whether it's true or not. And there's nobody to back up what other people are saying, right? So I don't know 100%. But I do know that I don't want people to work in unsafe situations. And right now we are in a pandemic. It is not safe. And people are saying to stay at home, essential jobs only, and to practice social distancing. And Diamond is worried because it's not social distancing. And our comic book, it goes back to, for us, comic books are, of course, essential. We love comic books. We love them. We love them. I love them. Every week when I get a shipment in from Midtown, every month when I get my monthly DCBS order, I love it. It is our euphoria moment when we get our comic books. However, in the grand scheme of life and our health, comic books are unfortunately not essential to everyday functions. So I understand if Diamond wants to shut down until the pandemic has either started on a downward slope or started to subside. I'm not angry at Diamond whatsoever. I mean, do I want my comics? Of course I do. My only fear was that digital was going to overtake physical, and it was going to be digital only for a while. I'm glad that all the independent companies have already taken a stand and said, no, we will wait. And when we are able to ship our physical books again, we will also follow that with digital. And Marvel's working on a plan with Diamond. So that tells me that Marvel is hopefully not going to be doing digital first. We'll find out this Sunday through Comixology. And DC has said absolutely nothing to anybody but the comic shops. And mostly it's to check on how they're doing. So I don't know. We'll find out Wednesday for sure. If comics appear on Comixology, obviously that means that they're going digital first. I still made my order for the month of May through DCBS. I know there's a previews magazine coming out for June. Beyond June, I don't know. Beyond June, I don't know if they're going to come back and make at least a magazine for June. If they're not shipping in April, then I'm under the impression that June's magazine isn't happening because there's no way to make a June magazine for it. Will they have an announcement before next Wednesday? I hope so. I hope so. That's all I can say, Bavarian. I really, truly do hope so. because I would like to know where the comic companies stand. I am patient. Am I sad I won't have my comic books next week? Of course. I'm sad I won't have anything new to read. But I'm happy knowing that it's the whole comic industry is on pause instead of, but if I really want to read, I can go on Comixology and spend the exact same amount of money that I already spent at DCBS for my physical books for digital books. No, I don't like that. I would be happier with everything on pause, and we just all have to wait. And again, it gives you time. Take some time off, relax, buy some back issues, buy some trades. I mean, I think, April 21st, Midtown, Amazon will be shipping. Midtown is still shipping now. So is, I believe, Discount Books. Not Discount Comic, I'm sorry, In Stock Trade. I'm sorry, Discount Comic Book Service is also In Stock Trade. They're both together. In Stock Trade has the best deals. Go and check out some trades and check out some back issues. Check out some stuff that's happened years ago. Go back into your collection. Reread something. I would love to go see if I can find Blackest Night and reread that. I enjoyed Blackest Night a lot. But just enjoy the time off. Take it as a little bit of a breather in between everything going on. And just take a break and enjoy, and relax, catch up, do some gaming, do a little bit of everything. I know Bavarian, I've seen her on Xbox a bit. I'd rather have everything paused too. Most of us have a backlog anyway. Exactly. I have a huge backlog. Huge. I would love, what I'm thinking of doing, if they don't ship comic books in the month of April, I'm actually thinking of, I know Michael didn't like Justice League Dark. However, I read this week's Justice League Dark, and the Rot's back. And as a matter of fact, this arc just started last month or 2 months ago. I'm going to go back and get those two back issues from Midtown. Not now. I am going to go back and get them. And then I'm going to go and see if I could trade paperback the first 2 volumes of Justice League Dark and see if that works out. I'm enjoying what's happening behind the camera. You can't see it, but it's hilarious. Almost trip-worthy. Cindy, are you okay? Okay. As long as you're okay. I've been playing Doom Eternal. That's what everybody's doing. I'll talk about that too. I'm just going to go hard on back issues. Yeah. The best time. It's the best time, Black Knight, to do back issues and to do trades. There are plenty of books. You're right. 100%. There are so many books. There are books that date back to the 1940s that are affordable, that you can go back, you can read, you can have a great freaking time reading some old comic books while you wait for the new stuff to come back. My prediction, and we've all had our predictions, and we actually asked on Comic Book Weekly when everybody thought that new comics would start coming back. I know a lot of people said 6 months. I truly and honestly think 3 months will be the longest. Because if Marvel now is working on a plan with Diamond, obviously they want to get Diamond moving and back in publishing or in distributing, not publishing. I keep saying publishing, back in distributing as soon as possible. So that means that maybe 3 months. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I think we're going to have things back to normal as far as distributing and as far as our books by June. Now, what I'm hoping is DCBS still charges us the months that we have our books. So every 15th, DCBS charges me for my monthly books. I made my monthly order for June. I was just charged for my books for May. I'm hoping that next month they take the $15, the $15. They take the money on the 15th. So this way, when July's books come out, I don't get double charged, and that means double money. That means instead of getting X amount of money for one order, I'm being charged double for both orders. I don't want that. I hope that the companies still charge on the same day. I can wait for my books. I know I still want them. If anything, offer people to back out of their order, if anything. But still, please, I hope we get charged because I don't think I could take. I mean, obviously, we'll have the money, but it's just I think it'd be crazy to see 2 or 3 months or 4 months or 6 months worth of money being taken out all at once. I'd rather it go month to month. I'm still making my weekly orders. I'm still waiting for several books to arrive. I have Harleen and TMNT Volume 4 on the way. That's awesome. You're going to like Volume 4. IST said they will ship everything and anything as they have it in stock, which is perfect. So I'm hoping, we know 100% we're not getting our books this month. April is going to be the month of no physical comics, no new physical comics. Will May follow suit? I hope to God not. And you know what? It would actually be better not to have any more previews until we catch up to at least, obviously we're getting a previews for the books coming out in July, which they're not coming out in July anymore. You got to remember now, everything's been pushed down one. So the May books are coming out in the April books are coming out in May. The May books are coming out in June. The June books are coming out in July. So when we get our previews book for the month of July, we're really pre-ordering our books for August now because everything's being pushed down a month. So hopefully when I make my DCBS order, if they still, update the site to the new previews magazine come the beginning of April, I'll still be able to make my order and it'll still at least be in. So whenever they do start shipping them out, we'll have that set. But I think if they take more than 3 months, we will not have any previews to order from come beginning of May. So I'm really hoping that Marvel strikes this deal up strong with them and they're able to get them back to distributing as soon as possible. We'll have to wait and see. This is one of those, they can say as many words as they want, Diamond, but we're in a time right now where we're living day by day and seeing how things are getting out of hand. It's the people that are, this is what drives me absolutely insane. It has nothing to do with comic books. This has to do with the pandemic. There are 2 types of people that are driving me absolutely insane right now. And it really dampens my mood on the human race. It really, it makes me really question humanity and our people, because this is a whole. This is happening all over the world. You have one of 2 people out there, and this is what's destroying my faith in humanity. The first one being the hoarders, the ones that literally, my store just got paper towels and toilet paper, just those 2 things back in stock. It was a store brand, only 2 per customer, sold out in less than 24 hours. What do you need all this paper towel and toilet paper for? I still want to know. Food is still selling out like crazy. The mayor, our mayor of New York literally came on and said, don't worry, groceries are still going to be happening. Everything is still moving according to plan. You don't have to go out and buy 1,000 pieces of toilet paper. Yet people are still doing it. Thank you, God, before this happened. Me, Cindy and myself got this gigantic box of baby diapers for our daughter. Because if we didn't, I don't know where we would be right now, because all diapers are even sold out. It's crazy how insane people are getting. And it's like, stop it. You don't have to hoard. You can still, people are still going out, running around and doing anything. And that's the second group of people that I just want to strangle. The people that go out and say, oh, I'm not going to catch it. Oh, this is my spring break. Oh, it's beautiful out now. I don't want to stay inside. This is going to make me stir crazy. The ones that will go out will still not practice social distancing. We'll cough on each other. We'll literally do everything that the law is telling them not to do, which is just to stay home and chill. But they'll go out and they're continuing to infect the world. And those are the people. So between the stupid people and the hoarders, that's why this pandemic is getting even worse, and why it's going to get worse before it gets better. And that's what drives me crazy. Those are the 2 types of people that are really destroying my faith in the human race right now. Humanity in a whole is just, it's disgusting how people are like that. I only buy what I need. I've never hoarded more than I had to. Unfortunately, I've had to buy a little bit, teeny bit extra, because hoarding is happening. So I did have to buy a little bit extra than what I normally would, but that's because at least I had it at that moment. They had it, so I had to take it. And social distancing. I work from home. Tommy doesn't go out. The baby doesn't go out. Nobody goes out. Cindy's job is closed down for now. That's it. Well, Cindy's on family leave anyway, but beside the point, nobody in this family goes out unless I let Tommy go run around the backyard by himself, away from everybody, more than 6 feet away from everyone. And it's like, do you people not understand? I don't understand where people's mindsets are. And now you have people who are looking for certain things that are now no longer in stores, no longer online, nowhere to be found. So you got the people who are literally struggling to get a roll of toilet paper, and then you've got the people who are getting sick and losing loved ones because other people just can't sit their ass down at home and play Fortnite, play Call of Duty, watch Netflix. So many people binge watch things. See, now is your chance to binge watch the entirety of Netflix. I'm sorry, that's my minor rant. I'll stop now because I just can't take it. And then we have, well, you know what? No, we're not going political. No, we're not doing it. But I will say we have a real brilliant man running the whole country. With the creators working in quarantine, do you think the quality will be way better when new books and stores do, when new books in the stores come out? This is giving them time to plan. Yes. As a matter of fact, as a writer, I'm working on a series that I'm going to be sharing on shootingstaruniverse.com. It's not a comic book. It's going to be just a story I'm writing for all of you to read and enjoy. Copyright, of course. I wrote it, so anybody who tries to plagiarize it, understand it is copywritten. And I want to share it, and I'm going to share it. I'm planning on sharing it soon. And being in quarantine, obviously I work from home, so life for me is normal. Life is usual. If anything, now the house is a bit more crowded because it's life as usual, but then everyone else is home too. So when I get free time, I'm working on writing. Brant, I know, has been writing, and I'm looking forward to all the stuff Brant has coming out. And Lisa has her book that just got successfully funded. So there's a lot of really awesome stuff. I think this is a creator's heaven right now, especially those who have to go out to work. Now that they're forced to stay in, they're going to be able to stay in. They're going to be able to write. They're going to be able to create, and we're going to see some really awesome stuff. It would be awesome, though. I do agree. I'm glad you guys have time for this. This is crazy. I know people are very selfish now. I don't know. And then James has joined us. What's up, James? People are still crazy, and I've seen people in parks and everything else you could think of who don't listen. Exactly. I don't understand it. It's either going to go one of two ways. Either the government's going to throw their hands up, which I think that's what they're doing, and say, look, then you know what? You guys are going to get sick. It's going to the upward, the chart's going to keep going up for a while longer, and then maybe it'll start going down when everybody who thinks they're Superman gets sick and the hospitals are overrun. Then maybe people will start to listen, but probably not, because unfortunately the one thing I've learned is a leopard never changes its stripes or spots. A zebra never changes its stripes. And man, that'll go down in history. A leopard never changes its stripes. Yeah, good job, me. GG. So people never change. They can suffer. They can have the worst part of the coronavirus in their system. They'll be sick. They'll be crying. Why didn't I listen? And then something else will happen, and they'll be the first ones out again, doing it again or doing whatever again. And then they'll be in the same bed again going, why didn't I listen? Because you don't want to listen. It's the unfortunate thing. And this is why instead of it being only 1 month, we won't have Diamond distributing. It might be 2 months, might even be 3 months, because they're going to wait for the pandemic to start on its downward spiral. And it's not going down because not everybody's sick yet. People like myself that are staying inside, I mean, hey, if people want to keep getting stupid and getting sick, that's them. I'm fine keeping my family safe. A 2-month-old baby, I don't think so. I'm not going to risk my child's health just to go outside and mingle. Even though I don't really go outside and mingle, I talk with all of you amazing people instead. See, this is another thing. Skype, freaking StreamYard. I'm talking to what it says here. I have 5 people watching me right now. I'm talking to at least 4 of the 5. I'm socially mingling and having a social conversation with people right now without having to be in front of everyone. Literally face to face with people. I play with James. This is James, by the way, everybody. This is James. I'll read your comment in a minute, James. But I play Fortnite and I play games, Sea of Thieves with James almost every night now. And we talk and we have a good time and we stream and we have fun and we talk to other people who come into his stream and other people that come into my stream and we have a blast. And it's the exact equivalent of people going to a park and meeting people and talking. I don't understand how people can't just stay home. Oh, Black Knight works at a grocery store, so you're working right now. The hoarders are the ones that are screaming at the cashiers and managers. Yep. They're also packing the place during the exact opposite, which is the exact opposite of social distancing. Right. If toilet paper comes back into my store tomorrow, I promise you there'll be a humongous crowd, and that's where I won't be. Won't do it. Won't do it. Now, I'm still working, and I heard from Mark he's got off until the 20th. Okay, so Mark's going back. That's the thing. A lot of people are going to be off until April 20th, and that's when a lot of people are going to start coming back. Unless, of course, the wonderful president's Easter for jobs to open happens, which I don't think so. The rest you do not need to say. I'm doing 24-hour. Oh, you're doing the 24-hour stream starting tomorrow. That's cool, James. I'll definitely be a part of that for a while. I don't even want social distancing to end. Oh, Bavarian. I prefer this. But okay, let's say you come to New York, right? And this is over. I'm not saying now. I'm saying eventually. You can't be in social distancing. I mean, right now it's definitely something that needs to happen, and it needs to be this way for a time. But I mean, if I had my friends from Frontline living here, or if I live closer to them, or if there was a way where one day I'd move close to one of them, I'd love to go hang out and not socially be distant from them when there's not a pandemic. I love actually, having people to hang out with, to talk with, to play with, and stuff like that. Bavarian, you're one of those people that likes to just lock yourself in your room. It's like, I got my comics. Everybody else doesn't matter. The world doesn't matter. I'm here. And I have this. Pretend this is a comic book. This is all I need. Forever. Then somebody comes knocking on the door and they're like, people! And then you realize you ordered pizza. Oh yeah, that pizza thing. You just see the door half crack open, and Bavarian reaches out and pulls in the dominoes and locks the door. Slides the tip under the door, like literally takes the paper money and just slides it under the door. It's like that TMNT movie, the first movie where you see it coming out of the sewer grid. She slides it under the door. So sometimes, no, you're right. Sometimes people are nice to have around. It's true. It's true. Although I do like my I'm not picking on you, Bavarian. I'm just fooling around with you. But most of my friends moved away a long time ago that lived here that I used to hang out with. So for me, other than my kids, my friends sometimes visit every now and again, but we don't really talk much anymore. When I started getting into YouTube, back during my Brooklyn Boy days, before I did comic reviews, before I got into the comic community, which is an amazing community, I did a lot of videos on Brooklyn Boys, and a good amount of my friends didn't agree with that. A good amount of my friends actually told me that I needed to stop, I needed to delete the channel, and I needed to, in their eyes, basically to grow up and grow away from, doing videos. It's not a feasible thing. Obviously, me sitting here talking to all of you right now, I didn't agree with that, and I continued. And my friends moved on. They did their thing. I did my thing, and I'm not sorry. This is a passion of mine, just like reading comics, just like collecting and writing, making videos, doing live streams, talking to all of you, and having people to talk to about comics, about my thoughts, sharing my thoughts on the books that are coming out now, the news that's coming out, with comics, with video games, with everything else. This is a dream, and it's something that I love doing. It's not something I wake up in the middle of in the morning and go, oh, got to do that damn Dark Avenger live where I got to talk to people. No, this is actually something that, like, I wake up on Thursday and go, shit, tomorrow's Friday. It's not even Friday yet. Can't wait to talk about Dark Avenger live. So different mindsets and unfortunately differing views. But that's what divides us. And for me, I'm glad that I'm still here. I'm glad that I'm doing videos. I'm sorry that unfortunately crazy stuff happened on this channel over the past few years, starting from when I first changed it to a vlogging channel to when I changed the comic review name to moving the comic review to Frontline for a year and then bringing it right back here again. The one thing that if I could go back in time, I wouldn't do would be A, leaving this channel and being exclusive to Frontline, and then B, changing this channel into a billion different other things before turning it right back into what it was at the very beginning again. So hopefully now I'll be building this channel back up, and instead of throwing a billion new series on it, I'm going to build up the series that we already have on here. And I believe the cornerstones of this channel were and are the cornerstones of this channel are, I'm going to make sure to say that whole sentence over again, 3 video series. The comic review, which is back and is now in a fresh swing and a fresh outlook, a fresh feel to it. Dark Avenger Live, which is this is the live show that started not just this channel's live streaming, but this is also the birth show to Frontline Live. Well, this show was the first live show that then spawned into Dark Avenger Inc. Live or Inc. Live, which then turned into Frontline Live, which now is Comic Book Weekly Live. So this is the show that started it all. This is the cornerstone of cornerstone. Basically, if there were only 2 pillars, these are the 2 pillars that are the most important, the reviews and the live show. However, I did do another series, which is the Haul series. And unfortunately, as money became less available, and this is way back, we're going about a year or 2 ago back, where money started to get a bit tight, we decided to change the way we get our books. Instead of getting it weekly, we decided to get it monthly, because when you order from DCBS, weekly charges is an extra, I think, $17 if you want your books every week, which is basically like 4 other books in your pull. And then on top of that, there are taxes now that are put on comic books in certain states, our state being one of them. So there's a $3 tax, $17 shipping, and then there's the initial $7.99 shipping for the once a month. So that's a lot of money in taxes and shipping. So that's why we went back to a monthly, which then turned the comic book haul into a monthly haul, which I never was happy with that. I like showing books off as they come out each and every week instead of going, hey, this came out at the beginning of the month, last month. And that's another reason why I went back into buying some of my books from Midtown. DCBS, as much as I love DCBS and I love the 35% off, the one thing I don't like ordering directly from previews is you have to pay the whole month in advance. And sometimes it's a lot of money. And then with the shipping, Midtown, I used to go week to week, and the shipping was anywhere from $5 to $6. And I got my whole order, and it came. The problem was, though, Midtown started getting late with their shipments. I started getting my shipments from DCBS earlier than Midtown. And Midtown is in New York. Midtown's warehouse is right in Long Island. It's a 20-minute drive from my house to get to the Midtown warehouse. Why was it taking a whole week to get here? I don't know. And that's why I started getting frustrated and went to DCBS Weekly. And DCBS Weekly got here every week, guaranteed by Friday or Saturday, and I got my haul up then. But now I start to think about it, and I look at Mike's Spider Slayer's haul, and I watch Comic Book Palace, and man, oh man, it's put thoughts in my head, and that's all I'm going to say for now. But I am working on bringing the 3rd and final cornerstone back to this channel, which is the whole series at some point. Now with this pandemic, we're going to have to wait till everything passes. But I'm sure once everything passes, we will get that cornerstone back on the channel. And then we'll see what else follows. I mean, there are other series I did do on this channel that I still do from time to time. Like I was talking before about Comic Book Corner, where I review trades. So there's still stuff to do on this channel. Did you get Animal Crossing yet? Yes. We actually did. Cindy actually is maining the account right now. I am working on, I have to create another account. We didn't know this. I have to create another account on the Switch in order for us to both be on it. But I am going to create her an account, and then we might either start over again, or since she created her character, I'll create a character for her profile. And basically, she'll be playing her character using my profile, and I'll be using my character playing on her profile. It's confusing as hell, but yeah, we'll basically be playing each other's characters on each other's profiles. I don't know. I heard she's not really happy with her island, so she might restart it. we'll see. Either way, I don't mind. I just have to create another account for Cindy first so we can both be on it. But yeah, and as a matter of fact, I'm still working on once our apartment is completely done. Obviously, now that everybody's home, it's a little bit harder to work in the apartment. But once I get the apartment done, this room is becoming an office. I have I have an actual PC that is driving me nuts because in a couple of months, it's going to be a full year old as far as creation. It was created in August 2019. That's when this came out, like when it's the latest model from August, like all the stuff in this computer as of August was current day stuff. We're now almost a year later, and as you all know, it only takes about a year or two before stuff gets outdated. I'm a little frustrated, but this is what happens when children come early, when there's deaths in the family, and now a pandemic that's basically threatening to have us on lockdown for the rest of 2020. But I'm going to try to work on that apartment. I'm going to try to get my desk. I have an L-shaped desk that I'm dying to put together and set up and have my computer set up. I have lights that I'm going to work around the entire. I have a rim around my room. I'm going to be putting lights across the entire four walls. It's going to go all the way around the room. I have that set up. I have a stream deck set up so I can, when I'm doing live streams like this, I'll have a stream deck, not just for this, but also when I'm doing stuff on Twitch. I'll be able to have stuff on Twitch pop up. And I really want to get this room transformed into an office. And also the computer has a lot of stuff that I can use for video editing, for doing stuff on YouTube. This isn't just my gaming PC. This is going to be my PC, period. It's going to be my gaming PC and my work PC. And then this computer, the screen has a crack, not in the screen, but like the frame somehow cracked. I'll be able to send this into a repair shop and have it repaired and not have to worry, oh my God, what am I going to do if they have to keep it for a week or a couple of weeks or a month? And they'll be able to fix it, and then I'll be able to have my laptop and a computer. It'll be good. I'm really anticipating this room becoming an office, and that's really all I can say about that. But it's fine. You can plant new fruit. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. We can plant new fruit trees. That's true. That's true. That's very true. I regret staying on my pear island. That's right. I forgot that. Yeah. Each island has specific stuff. I don't know. I'm going to see the thing that I like about Animal Crossing, this game, is just like City Folk. If I was to go to your island and I didn't have pears, I could take a pear from your tree and I could plant pears in my world. And then if you didn't have cherries in your world and you came to my world, you'd be able to take cherries off of my tree and you'd be able to have cherries in your world. So I like that the social aspect, the game basically kind of in a passive aggressive way forces you to be social, but at the same time, it's also beneficial for you to be social. So that's why I love Animal Crossing, and I'm glad that at least Animal Crossing made it out before the lockdown. Another game I'm glad made it out before the lockdown, and Tevye was talking about it, is Doom Eternal. I am at some point going to be playing both games. Unfortunately, I can't stream Animal Crossing yet, and this is why I was talking about my computer. I do have a capture card that will allow me to actually stream from Nintendo and all of my previous consoles and PS4 and Xbox without having to use the actual systems, which I prefer. So this way I can get like you're seeing now, a camera in the video as well. So once I get my capture card, it's going to be used specifically for all of my consoles. I actually, crazy enough, this wall is going to be completely renovated. That green shelf is going to be gone. The red shelf is going to be gone. The blue shelf is probably going to stay, and I'm going to be changing stuff around on the shelves. I got a TV almost a half a year ago now, that is going to be taking up this entire wall. So I literally have a computer with one screen, a gigantic TV screen that's going to be above it all. And the TV screen is going to be where I have all of my apps on, like Travel Channel, Disney Plus, etc. And I'm also going to have all my gaming consoles on it. And I'm going to be using that, like I said, for work, for streams. If I want to watch something and then do a review on it from Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever, like Mandalorian, I'll be able to watch it while I'm working on my computer. Right now, I'm in a way where like I'm here on the computer, but if I want to watch something, it's that way. So I'd have to turn my head. If I have a computer and then a TV screen above me, I can do this at least and it helps. And the futon was the first step. So now I actually can sit back, relax. If my back's starting to hurt, I'm not sitting on a bed anymore. I'm sitting on an actual chair, and it feels good. I love it. And then if I get tired, right now my bed is still here because people are still sleeping up here. But when my bed is gone, this is also a bed. So I can sleep on my futon if I end up needing to stay in the office and do extra work. I can change this into a bed and sleep in it for a couple hours, get up and finish my work. You can trade fruits, but also you can go to uninhabitable islands and take whole darn trees. Wow, that's cool. Bavarian, add me on, find me on Facebook, friend me on Facebook, and then I'll share with you my my Nintendo code, and we'll exchange our friend pass, and we could we'll meet up on Animal Crossing, or you can even meet up with Cindy. Cindy's on there every single day. So maybe we can help you get some of those fruits that you need or whatever. So definitely hit me up on Facebook when you get the chance. If you want. Totally up to you. But with that being said, Doom Eternal. Love it. Cannot wait to get my hands on to get into the game. I already put it in. I've already preloaded it. I literally just have to hit the button and go. World War Z is on sale all over the place. I have James and his friend and his cousin Mark downloading it on Xbox so we can all play that as well. I have a bunch of games that I still want to do some multiplayer with. Like I said, James is doing a 24-hour stream on his Twitch channel tomorrow, and I'm not going to be up for 24 hours, but a good 12 hours of it probably, maybe. I will, and we'll see. We'll see if I'll stream alongside them for a bit, and then I'll be streaming, or they'll just be streaming on their own. But definitely follow Dark Avenger Gaming. I am working on some stuff. And if you're watching on Twitch, which I doubt because I keep checking Twitch and I see 0 views. Or no, I see 2 views. There are 2 people watching on Twitch. So hello, 2 people on Twitch. Welcome to the stream. Even though the stream's and it's we're in the middle of the stream. But anyway, I'm working on a really fun event on Dark Avenger Gaming involving chaos. And it's going to be really fun. My opinion, once we get it started, it's going to be fun. Unfortunately, with all the crazy stuff going on in the world right now, everything's kind of been set back a little bit. And unfortunately, that's why the whole series is set back pending what Diamond's doing and pending when we get our books back again and pending when they say, oh, hey, you don't have to worry about staying in your house all the time. So we'll see what happens. But with that being said, though, just everybody stay safe. Stop hoarding. I know, everyone and their mother, famous people, not famous people, social media, heads, everyone, government figures are all saying this and people are ignoring it. Me saying it, everyone's ignoring it anyway. Everyone's been saying it. No one's listening. So all I'm going to say is stay safe. And I'm sure no hoarder is watching my channel, nor is any stupid person going out and thinking they're super person and they won't get sick. So they're just going to live life as usual. So I'm talking to none of those people because none of those people are watching me. So all I'm going to say is to everyone who is watching me, please stay safe. Practice staying in as much as humanly possible. If you have to go out to work, if you are working an essential job, be safe, be careful. Be as protected as possible. Wash your hands as much as humanly possible. Do not touch your face. The moment you step out of your house, practice not touching your face until you come home and either A, take a shower, or B, wash yourself as much as humanly possible with soap and water first before even thinking about touching any part of your body. Just stay safe. I believe that we are going to hit our peak hopefully sooner rather than later. This way we can all just start to get back to normal, because once it's on the downward slope, once we start on the down part of the mountain, everything starts to get better and everybody will start to get better. And I hate that so many people are dying. It's frustrating. It's just, for me, it's very frustrating. And the way people are treating this is frustrating. The hoarders, the idiots. It's just, we are in a very crucial moment right now. Thousands of people have died. 500,000 people have this disease or have had it. I don't understand how much more people have to say to make people understand this is serious, and no one's taking it serious. And it's very frustrating. So please, anyone who is taking this serious, which I'm sure all of you watching and talking are, just be safe. Be safe and practice all the things that the health specialists are telling us to practice. And we'll get through this sooner rather than later. I have a lot of people I'm checking on daily. Some people who are sick, some people who aren't, and I'm just praying for everybody because I don't want to see any more people die from this. It's crazy, and this was a disease that's been around for years, but it's only been in animals. It took one person eating a really diseased bat to now transmute it into humans or transfer it into the human populace now. So just be safe, everyone. I love each and every one of you. Dark Avenger Live will continue each and every week. The comic review will happen this week, obviously, since the last week of March's books did come out, and I have a lot still to read. Following that, the Dark Avenger comic review will go on hiatus until new books come out. However, it leaves room for Comic Book Corner to come back and shine because I have trades for days. Look at all those. Those are just some trades. Those are the rest. And I have a whole box in the attic. And shit, I'll go and start buying some mangas. Speaking of back issues, can we talk about how many mangas I would love to actually start reading? Bongo Stray Dogs. I love the anime. I'd love to read the first volume of that. Demon Slayer is another series I got recommended. I would love to get the first volume of that. What other series? One Punch Man. I'd like to continue that. I'd like to finish my Assassination Classroom collection. My Hero Academia. Oh shoot, man! If I start that, I think I'm up to volume 6. Maybe I'll do that for a while, a manga review, and it's not new. Once again, everyone, I've literally done everything on this channel, so a manga review is not something new for this channel. Shoot, if I go back to anime, an anime review is not something that's new for this channel. I've done a lot. And with this time and where we're at right now, you never know. There might be an anime review popping up or a manga review or a trade review. We'll have to wait and see. Nothing's shipping out of Amazon until April 21st. That is unessential until then. But I'll see. I'll see if I can get some manga or something. Maybe we'll do some stuff there. Especially everyone in this community and Comic Frontline. Hell yeah. Oh, I hope everyone will be okay. I hope so too, Bavarian. I really do. And let's just stay in communication with one another. I'll be in Dark Avenger Nation as well as Mike Spider Slayer's Comic Book Corner Webheads Unite group. I'm in both of those groups. Usually if I have a picture or something comic-wise I share in my group, I end up going to Mike's group, and if it hasn't been shared already there, I share it there. If not, if it's been shared there, I usually just leave a comment and talk about it with everybody. There's amazing people in both communities, the Nation and Webheads Unite. Definitely follow both groups. Follow Comic Book Weekly every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern. That is another show that will be going on even without new comic books coming out. We will be doing topic discussions and just live Q&As all the way through until we get through this. Obviously, we're going to be going through this for at the very least 4 weeks. At the most, maybe 12 weeks or 12. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm saying my prediction is true. It'll be 3 months, anywhere from a month or 3. So we'll see. But Comic Book Weekly will still be going on in that time. Don't forget to check out Shooting Star Universe as well as there. Dark Avenger C86 across the board on social media. Do I have a Dark Avenger Gaming thing up here? I do not, but you can also follow me on Dark Avenger Gaming on Twitch. I will be streaming all throughout this wonderful pandemic that we have. Great show as always. Thanks, bro. Black Knight, I appreciate your subscription. You came and joined our nation, I think, almost a month or 2 ago. I appreciate you being here. I don't know if you found me through Mike's channel or if you found me through Comic Frontline or maybe both. I'm just glad to have you here as part of the community. And that's what I'm really praying and hoping through as we get more consistent on Dark Avenger C86 again is expanding this channel. So if you can, everyone here, sharing this channel, sharing these videos, getting one person to subscribe means and makes a world of difference for this channel. And it means the world to me. So please get this out to your friends, especially if you know they love comics and they like comic discussions. And on Dark Avenger Live, the gloves are off. Comic books, video games, media news, everything. Everything goes on this channel. So please, I found you through Kat. I have to thank Kat then. I'm glad you found me through Kat. I'm grateful that you found me through Kat. I'm grateful that you stayed. The fact that you came here through Kat is one thing, but the fact that I entertained you enough and that you enjoy my content enough to stay and be here in the comments means the world, because anyone can subscribe to a channel. It's the people that truly have what do we call it? That truly share their passion, that get people to stay in their videos. That is a testament to you enjoying my stuff, and that it makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing here, and I appreciate that. So means the world to me, Black Knight. So please, everyone, share Dark Avenger C86, the YouTube channel, share the Dark Avenger Nation on Facebook. Let's grow this community. This community used to be huge. Let's get back to the way it was before I got stupid and changed this channel into a bunch of different things, as well as surpass what we had back 3 or 4 years ago and go beyond that. Let's get Dark Avenger C86 back on the maps. Let's get DC to recognize Dark Avenger C86. Let's get Marvel. I think Marvel will recognize us a little bit quicker because of the Avenger. But I mean, hey, it's just a name. My name is still Chris, and that's who I am. And I love comics, and I love them from everywhere. So let's get the world to know Dark Avenger C86 exists. Let's get it out there. Let's get everyone from Frontline out there. But right now on this channel, I really want to focus on rebuilding this channel back to where it was and then go beyond that. So don't tell the others, but you and Kat. Thank you, Black Knight. Now I will. Your secret's safe with me unless somebody watches this from Frontline. But the thing is, though, Black Knight, you are on Frontline Live, which means the world to all of us. So you know what? Everybody has their favorites, but we know that you love all of our content in the end. So, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm glad that I'm one of your favorites. What we're going to do now with the comic review, because this might be the last one for a while, I might do one more live show review. And then when the books start coming back in again, normally we'll go back to a video format with the little edits in and the little bouncy words that I like to do. So this week's review will probably, unless I can, be a live show. And then when we start up again, when all the new books start coming back in, it'll be pre-recorded videos. But obviously I'll be in the chat and I'll be premiering them all. So they'll be premiering live in video form, and I'll chat with all of you in the comments. I'm still there. It's just I am replying through comments and text instead of video. That's what Dark Avenger. See, that's another thing. That's what Dark Avenger Live is always about. Me reading and talking with each and every one of you. So I don't want to take away from Dark Avenger Live by turning the review into a Dark Avenger Live, if that makes sense. So the reviews will always be videos. Dark Avenger Live will always be live. So I'll be talking and reacting to all of you live on here. And then on the video, I focus on the books only, and then I chat with all of you through the comments instead. And then when the haul comes back, that too will be a video series. I think the only live series that should be live on this channel, except for special occasions, I'm sure there'll be a special occasion where I do a haul live. And right now we're in a special occasion, not really special in a good way, but we are in a special situation where the Dark Avenger comic book review can also be live. Again, pending I am free, I'll do it live one more time. If not, it'll be a video format. But hey, either way, the Dark Avenger comic book review will be coming all of your way next week. I hope you guys have a safe weekend. Take care. Keep an eye on Dark Avenger Gaming. If you like watching gaming and if you like being entertained, come over to Dark Avenger Gaming and have some fun. No, this series is not coming back because of the one word right here, angry. That boat has sailed away, Tevya. I am no longer doing anything angry unless I'm doing it out of a comedy sense. No more angry rants. I honestly have been angry, and I have been walking through a daze and just not feeling 100% like myself, and have had my passion questioned, ridiculed, to the point where I questioned myself, this channel, and everything I did long enough. So now it's all about 100% passion again. How much I love my books, how much I love being a writer, how much I love reviewing comics, and that's that. The anger is gone. And if anything, I am renewed. I feel 1,000% more passionate than I did when I started this channel, which is basically dangerous to the people who try to get me unpassionate about this channel and what I do. So thank you all so much for being here. Be safe. I love each and every one of you. Take care. Keep reading, keep collecting. And I'll see all of you really soon in the next video. Take care, everybody.